Kingsway High School for District 32 District Wrestling. My name is Joe Visalli along with Dean Sizemore. Dean, we've got a lot of expectations coming into today's match. Everyone talked about it was going to be another rematch between Kingsway and Clearview, and they pretty much didn't disappoint as Kingsway has 8 wrestlers in the district finals.
Well, what you have there, Joe, is, you look at the seating committee, you look at the seatings the way they're done, and the cream always rises to the top. When you're seated in first or second, you're expected to be here.
They have 7 number 1 seeds out of the 8, and that's how many they had going in, and they all went through. Clearview, on the other hand, no slouch either. They've got 6 kids in the finals. 5 of their number 1 seeds are in.
Well, that's proof that it's when you do it all season long and you wrestle against the common opponents, when they sit down to do the seedings, it comes out the way it's supposed to.
So we have a lot to talk about, too, between Kingsway and the schedule they wrestled, and this is why, where they are the number 1 team in Group 4 this year in the state.
Yes, they were state champs, Group 4. Surprised a lot of people, I'm sure. And when you do wrestle the tougher teams, it prepares you for tournament competition.
We have 5 rematches in today's 14 matches, so we have a lot of wrestlers who are very familiar with each other.
That's excellent. We'll be glad to see what happens with what happened during the regular season compared to what happens tonight on the mat here.
All right, so the winners today and the second place finishers, they also go to the regions. We have the consolations they are going to the regions as well, and we'll talk about them. We will be back with the first match right here at District 32 right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Joe Visalli along with Dean Sizemore here at Kingsway Regional High School for the District 32 Finals. And Dean, we're starting right off the bat. 106 with 2 mighty freshmen going at each other.
They got a bright future in front of them. They got 4 more shots at each other coming through this.
Ty Whalen from Clearview, the number 1 seed, 30-3 this year, going against Tyler Folk from Absegami, who was 24-8.
Both outstanding records for freshmen this year. From Clearview goes into a front head draw. He's trying to get a near side cradle. There he goes. He takes it over. Steps through the leg. He's got to lock that leg up, Joe.
That's the one thing about Ty in following him this year, Dean. He is so fast on his feet, and he's not afraid to take shots right away and go out. He's been wrestling since he was a little kid, which a lot of these guys have done. But this year he's the Gator Tournament champion, the Marinelli Tournament champion. His 2 losses, 2 of them came in the Sam Cowie tournament up at West Orange, and 1 to a wrestler in Howell. So he hasn't went against any slouches this year for sure.
That's correct. You saw him bury that deep half and not worry about giving it up, that's for sure. He takes it with a tilt right there, roll through, getting the count. He's going to get back points out of this, Joe.
What's amazing about, when you see little guys out there at 106, how strong they are. These 2 are strong guys to make those kind of moves.
Strong, and they have the ability to use leverage against the opponent. He's walking across face cradle. He's got it locked up. Steps through, tilts it back. He's going to get more back points here if it doesn't. Settle down. Nice job by the man from Absegami fighting off his back there.
So Whalen's up 11-0 here in the closing seconds of the first period. 31 seconds to go.
Of course, Joe, if he scores 15 points greater than his opponent, he's going to win the match on a tech fall. Well, for that tilt once again. Man from Absegami took a broader base on his knees that time. There he goes. Got to count.
15 seconds.
Now what he can do, Joe, here now is release that tilt combination.
So go ahead, he's up 14-0, you're right.
Right, if he goes right back into it, he needs a 2 count to get the back points out of it, and it would be a tech fall in the first period.
And the thing is, this isn't like a regular season match where sometimes you get 2 opponents who really aren't evenly matched. This is a district final, and Whalen is just up 14-0.
At the end of the first period.
Against the number 2 seed.
It just shows that this man is ready to wrestle today, and he came out here to show it.
And really, if Ty escapes here, the match is over.
That's correct. As soon as he escapes, it's over.
And there it is. There's his 1 point.
That's 15.
So Tech fall with 10
minutes.
seconds into the second period.
2 minutes and 10 seconds, Tech fall, 15-0.
Well, that's an impressive start for the Clearview wrestlers. They said they have 6 guys in the finals. We still have a lot to hear from Kingsway. They've got 8 guys here in the finals.
It's pretty much a determined factor that Kingsway will walk away with the district championship this year, but Clearview can surely rattle some cages today.
All right, we're going right to our 113 final. We have number 1 seed Carmen G. Morello from Clearview, the defending Region 8 champion at 106 last year, going into number 3 seed, Deshaun Weber, a sophomore out of Pennsville.
That name, G. Morello's been around a long time. He's got a standing move here with a deep single. Sets him down. There it is, 2-point takedown. Beautiful textbook move.
Now, this is one of our rematches we mentioned earlier in our open. G. Morello pinned Weber the first time they met in 1 minute and 19 seconds.
Weber probably went back and viewed that tape many times and learned what he did wrong in that match. G. Morello's
At this time, all 106-pound place winners, please report to the podium area.
riding tight to that. Blows him out of bounds.
G. Morello comes into this match at 33-1. His only loss this year was to Ryan Miller from Blair Academy up in the Sam Cowie tournament.
And Blair Academy is nationally ranked, if not the best, one of the best in the country. Right there, you saw G. Morello give the option to automatically give the 1 point. Started on his feet once again. Does a little throw by, sticks the leg in, takes his 2 points.
G. Morello's dad, Gino, one of the assistant coaches for Clearview this year, along with head coach Steve Duncan.
I actually officiated Gino Gemmarelli in high school.
Now, Weber from Pennsville comes in at the number 3 seed. He upset John Devlin in the semifinals. Weber comes in at 15-18 on the year as a sophomore.
He's working that cross body right in there, and now he's out of it, out to the side. He's got a one-on-one wrist right here on the left-hand side.
G. Morello, one of 11 seniors in the finals tonight. We have 11 seniors, 8 juniors
30 seconds.
of the 28 wrestlers going against each other tonight.
There's a tilt. He's got points coming.
We got 3 back points to put him up 7-1 with 15 seconds to go
3-point
here in this first period.
I can recall when that tilt came into wrestling, a lot of people said they were cheap points, just cheap points, but they have made it such a technical move now that you can use it and score big with it.
End of 1 period, G. Morello leads 7-1.
Was talking to Carmen earlier, getting ready for the finals here, and I asked him, you know, last year district champion, region champion at 106, what his goal was. And he just looked at me, just win a state championship. What else? There's nothing wrong with that.
Every wrestler walks in the room, that should be their goal, be a state champion. Gets an escape off a quick stand up there. Now you saw Pennsville's wrestler defer there. He deferred to the next period for his choice. When you're down 6-1, that's a difficult decision to make. Obviously, he's not able to get out from underneath of G. Morello. There's another low cross screen that he just hit, picked the ankle, he got it out high. He's going to look to sweep that leg. Takes him down. Beautiful move.
And when you have that move, too, the Pennsville wrestler, you saw he was trying to hop to the circle. G. Morello just pulled him right back in.
Correct. And he's got that deep leg in there again. He's working over the head of the wrestler. Mat awareness. Gino knows exactly where he is. Doesn't want to take any drastic moves. It's going to put him in harm's way. Got 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the second period here, Joe, and Gino's up 10-1.
And he hasn't wrestled much in the past couple weeks because when they went against Kingsway, Clearview Kingsway, he accepted a couple forfeits. So really the past couple weeks, and he only had one match here earlier today in which he won 11-3 over Joey Miranda from Kingsway to get to the final.
Got him in a stack position, and there's the fall.
Your champion at 113
3 minutes and 17 seconds into the match, he pins him.
Yeah, that was a strange move to roll him into that such a real quick out of nowhere.
It's confidence, Joe. He's had a lot of confidence. Obviously, he's working below the waist and then works on the head and posts the head and rolls him over.
All right, before we get to our 120 match, we're going to head over to the podium right now, and we're going to recognize our 106 place winners.
In third place.
Third place from Kingsway is Josh Palmucci.
In second place.
Second place from Absegami is Tyler Falk. And your district champion from District 32 or 106 from Clearview High School, Ty Whaling. And like you say, our second and third place finishers, and also our third place finisher, all freshmen. So I think we're going to be hearing a lot from those three young men the next couple of years.
Speaks volumes for the future of that weight class if they stay where they are, or even move up together. It's just bright for the future in this district with those three.
All right, over to 120 now. Our number one seed from Kingsway, Mackenzie Bell, the junior, who comes into this match at 31-5. He picked up his 100th win earlier tonight in the win in the semis, going against Charlie Casabone from Ocean City, who's a freshman, comes in number 3 seed at 27-2.
Interesting, a lot of these wrestlers hitting their 100th win already in their career, the way they wrestle the 35 matches a season now. That was 2.5 seasons worth for me.
Yeah, Dean, I mentioned earlier, what I'm amazed with is the speed of these wrestlers. When they go to take it down, how quick they spin around behind you to get those two.
Well, you'll notice that a lot in the lightweights and some of the agility that you see in the upper weights coming by, that you'll see the head snap and they post it and they just spin. He's looking to do a tilt here too. He's riding tight with the hips, tight waist, looking to bar that near arm.
Yeah, Bell comes in with 5 losses, but Dean, let me tell you who his 5 losses were against. Against Blair Academy, St. Joe Montville, Germantown Academy, Legacy Christian, and Huntington Central.
All good programs. All good programs.
I mean, that's what people talk about, why Kingsway were so successful this year. Yeah, they had a record that wasn't the most glorious in the beginning, but they wrestled those tough schools, and they just rolled through the state to the state championship.
For the Group 4s, that's correct.
And they're young.
30 seconds.
We have
Very young.
2 seniors.
They are very young. They are going to be so tough next 2 to 3 years.
And their program, their youth program, their middle school program, when you come out, they are just loaded with kids. And it doesn't stop with the boys. They fielded 38 girls for the girls wrestling this year. 38 girls came out.
Which is the first year here in the state of New Jersey for female wrestling. It's a great addition to the sport of wrestling for the state of New Jersey. Actually, New Jersey's a little bit behind in female wrestling because it was that way throughout the country a long time ago.
All right, so that's the end of the first period. Bell is up 4-0.
You saw him get those tilt points, too, after the takedown, working that near side on him. He starts on the bottom in the second period, winning 4-0.
Bell beat Irving Grandy from Cumberland 19-4 to get to the finals. Casabone from Ocean City beat Bryce Ciccarella from Clearview 11-5.
You saw a little inexperience from the Ocean City wrestler there. He draped over top. Your man sat out to the Gazzoni, comes out the back door, works for a 2-point reversal.
And you mentioned a little experience. That's, Casabone's a freshman, 27-2. He only lost 2 matches to a wrestler from Middle Township and St. Augustine Prep, but you're going against Bell, who has 100 wins already in his career as a junior.
And Bell just let him escape. We're going to see what he has to work here. If you let him up, you got to take him back down. There it is. He should have spun a little bit more when he shot that head across the front. Should have been spinning on his chest on the back of him. He would have got the 2. He's staying tough on that leg. Nice counter by the man from Ocean City.
8-1 right now. Bell is up with 56 seconds to go in the second period.
What you saw there, the Kingsway wrestler countered that move by spiking the head, snapping it down, and spinning. Just that the Ocean City wrestler shot from too far out and dropped his head.
Now, they still haven't announced who our district coach of the year and assistant coach of the year yet. They're going to announce that at the end of the matches tonight when they also announce our outstanding wrestler, which is going to be a tough one to pick this year.
We have 3 back points earned so far on that tilt. He's up 13-1 at this point. The coach of the year is always interesting when you have so many outstanding coaches in a district all the time. And they're friends with each other. They know each other. They've wrestled against each other. They've wrestled with each other in many games. It's just something that's an honor to receive, that's for sure.
At the end of 2 periods, Mackenzie Bell leads 13-1.
He needs 3 points for a tech fall here, Joe. If it holds true to what happened so far, another tilt, he'll get to 3.
Now, are you surprised that Mackenzie didn't let him up and then try to take it back down, or you think he feels that confident he can roll him and get to 2 whenever he wants?
Well, you see him working that half and forearm one-on-one. He's taken him over so many times already with the tilt. I think he feels he's in command of it, and he's going to get it. If he let him up, then you got to have a 4-point spread. He has to take him down and put him on his back again anyway. He's so good on top. Look how tough he is. Knows exactly where he is all the time. He's reaching across. Here it comes. There it is. 2.
He's got 2 back points coming that will put him up 15-1.
Now he can let him go and take him down and win it.
Bell. 1 point escape.
So there's the escape. So it's 15-2. 1 more takedown per Bell.
1 more takedown, it's over. But if he does take him directly to his back, Joe, the match continues. The ultimate goal in wrestling is to pin your opponent. And the officials give him the total chance to do that. Wrestler from Ocean City tried a valiant move of doing a lateral drop, and he lost it. Bell took him down and wins the match.
So there's your winner, Mackenzie Bell, 17-2.
5 minutes and 15 seconds.
The district champ at 120 pounds. Then we're going to go back over to the podium now. Before we take a quick commercial break, we are going to be awarding our 113 place winners. So at 113, third place, Joey Miranda is your third place winner. Second place is Dayson Weber. And your first place winner, District 32, 113 pounds from Clearview, is Carmen G. Morello. We will take a quick commercial break. Be back with more District 32 wrestling right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to Kingsway High School. My name is Joe Visalli, along with Dean Sizemore. District 32 finals. We are at 126 pounds. A freshman from Kingsway, number 1 seed Dakota Morris, comes in at 19-7, going against Justin Jager, a junior from Pennsville, at 25-6, the number 3 seed.
The only thing you have here is a difference of a little bit of maturity possibly in this match, Joe. I look at the structure of the body from the man from Pennsville and the structure of the one from Kingsway, and you can just see a little bit more maturing there in that factor. Morris has got to be outstanding getting the number 1 seed as a freshman.
And he had a couple big wins for Kingsway in the state finals and semifinals. Morris and Kinner, who you'll hear about in a little bit.
I'd like to see the wrestler from Kingsway move a little bit more laterally back and forth instead of posting right in front of the wrestler. It opens up too many shots defensively as well as offensively when you're directly in front of him. There it is. Pennsville with a deep single. Now if he was moving laterally side to side, it's harder to get that single. Good counter. Pick that far ankle.
Now Morris pinned his way to the finals. He beat Jason Guerrero from St. Joe's Hamilton in 33 seconds and then pinned Louis Williams from Ocean City in 153 to get to the finals.
You see him as a freshman there. He's countering this move real nice. If he can spike that back ankle, even though the other wrestler has his leg, it's a takedown. There's a cradle, and he got the points. No, he did not. Did not break the plane.
So So Morris is up 2-0 with 25 seconds to go here in the first period. Now he's getting more back points.
His body's just a little bit too far underneath of the defensive wrestler there. It's a far side cradle, and it's very difficult when you're underneath of him so far to put both shoulders on the mat.
So we got 3 more back points. So Morris is now up 5-0.
At the end of one period, Dakota Morris leads 5-0.
Now, Kingsway and Pennsville didn't meet each other this year, so this is the first time these two wrestlers are going head-to-head.
Kingsway wrestler took the defensive position to start the second period. He is leading 5-0. He's up to a quick stand-up. We have a locked hands call coming, Joe. Pennsville's returned his opponent to the mat, failed to unlock his hands within a reaction period of time.
So it's now 6-0. Morris with the lead.
Back to his feet again. When you receive your penalty points, Joe, you get 1 for the first infraction, 1 for the second infraction, and 2 on the third infraction of any type of violation. They all add up if it's a situation where it's multiplication of fractions.
Now there was a stall call given.
That is because the Pennsville wrestler failed to return his opponent within a reasonable amount of time or make a valid attempt to return his opponent. Beautiful cross-grain single. Sat him right down, comes up. He's now up 9-0.
Just Kingsway's just so fundamentally sound with their moves.
Well, I understand that they do a lot of club wrestling also. And some of the ex-Kingsway wrestlers that were here previously are running the club. And they not only get high school technique, they also get club technique from very outstanding coaching. There's a fall in the second period. Comes up 3 minutes and 18 seconds.
Well, Morris locked that cradle up and just took him right to his back.
There's no defense against a cross-face cradle when someone's so good at it and puts you on your back.
120-pound place winners, please report to the podium area.
So Kingsway, as expected, they're just rolling along here right now. Clearview's won their 2 matches. When Kingsway's turn, they've won their matches. So they're waiting for the place winners over for 120. We'll hit back over there once they all get ready to go.
In third place,
all right, third place from Clearview, Bryce Ciccarella. Second place from Ocean City, Charlie Cosabone. And your District 32 120-pound winner from Kingsway, Mackenzie Bell.
What's the total number of wrestlers Kingsway is going to advance to the regions, Joe? Do you know that off the top of your head?
Well, they had 8 in the finals. I'll go back and count how many.
So they're guaranteed. That's 8 of them guaranteed to be in regions next week down at Absegami. Where's it, Egg Harbor Township now?
No, it's Egg Harbor Township.
Okay, it's moved to Egg Harbor Township again this year.
All right, 132 pounds. Number 1 seed, Finnegan McFadden at 25-8. The sophomore from Kingsway going against Michael Smith, a senior from Pennsville, who's 27-5.
You saw the Pennsville wrestler hit that real deep high crotch single, went down on the ankle. Finnegan McFadden never panicked, came up, fought, went out of bounds with it. Tried another deep single on that. Spinning, it looks like he's trying to do a little shrug and throw by and spin behind.
All right, Dean did some quick math for you. So Kingsway had 8 kids that made it into the finals. 3 more came in third. So they're sending 11 kids to the regions next week. Clearview had 6 in the finals, plus 3 that came in Thursday. They're going to be sending 9.
That's fantastic. Fantastic for Kingsway and Clearview. They might even see their own opponents again
Yeah.
down there next weekend.
And they've seen a lot of each other because they wrestled each other. January 30th was the regular season matchup. A week and 2 days later, they met in the South Jersey finals. And yeah, they could be meeting again another week.
Exactly. So 3 times all within a week span of 3 to 4 weeks. And you have 25 seconds left in the first period. The score remains 0-0 at this time.
McFadden pinned Tommy O's from Ocean City in 142 to get to the finals. Michael Smith beat Cody Scully from Clearview 10-0 to get to the finals.
First match going to end 0-0 tie, end of the first period. Lots of actions, no points. Lots of action, no points.
At this time, 126-pound place.
You know, there's 32 districts in the state, and NJ.com ranked 1 to 32. They had this district as the number 8 toughest district this year in the state.
Amazing.
Well, because you got Clearview, you got Kingsway, Pennsville's got kids in it, and we were talking about Hamilton.
There's a caution to the bottom man, false start. You can get an unlimited number of cautions in the match. It's changed over the years just so fans and people realize it. Now there's a movement, caution on top. Now the next caution by either wrestler will cost them a point. But they don't add up on an infraction like an illegal move or a violation of that nature. They just continue to get 1, 1, 1, 1 all the way. Now, Joe, there's a point for an escape, but I want to tell you, it was very intelligent. Pennsville was 0-0 at the end of the first period. He won the toss, and rather than defer or take top, he took bottom. The reason why you take bottom is if you go into overtime and it gets to the criteria sections, you then have choice of what positions you want to start in and everything. So many coaches fail to dictate to their wrestlers that you should always take down when it's 0-0 going into the second period. Here's a takedown by McFadden.
Now, Dean, in all years of being involved with wrestling, when it comes to the coin toss and making that choice, do the coaches pretty much make that choice? Or do sometimes the kids say, you know what, you make the call. You know what?
Joe,
how would you do it if you were at?
Joe, I've seen it in both ways, but I coach, and I would always tell the wrestler, look at me after the period. Look at me. Another escape right there by Pennsville, 2-2. But it's a technical move that pays its dividends if you get to the point later in the match and you end up tied. Let's say we stay 2-2 the rest of the match. When it comes down to the extra periods, not the fourth period, but after that, it's to the advantage of the Pennsville wrestler to know that he can make that move if he has to.
30 seconds.
Because he has first point scored in the match.
McFadden going in and going in the leg.
Doesn't look like McFadden wants us to go anywhere near an overtime situation. It's only the second period. It is 2-2. There, working his way up. There's your 2 points, so he's up 4-2.
But that was a great job by McFadden. He was by the edge of the mat where it was almost going out of bounds. He circled around and made the move to bring it back to the center.
He positioned himself to be the scoring wrestler. That's correct.
At the end of 2 periods.
So it's 4-2 after 2 periods. Now McFadden's got choice.
It's not as important this period, Joe, because it is 4-2 and the points have already been scored, and the first points were by Pennsville. This is where you put yourself where you feel you can score the best on your opponent.
And McFadden right away, he knew he wanted to go down.
Uh-huh.
Now if you're Pennsville, here you got to try and make a move to try and tilt him, get him on his back. Oh.
He knew he wasn't going to be able to turn him right there, so he cuts him, makes it 5-2. Pennsville now needs to take him down, let him up, take him down again, or take him down, turn him, take him down right to his back. He's got his work cut out for him. I don't think Finnegan's going to have any part of that.
Yeah, and you're looking at the way McFadden is wrestling. He's only a sophomore going against a senior, but he looks just so poised out there.
That's from years of wrestling, starting at the age of probably 5, maybe 4, and wrestling at camps. Tough competition, wrestling up weights, just seeing multiple different phases of the sport. He probably does Greco-Roman. He might do freestyle just to be adequate on his feet. Everything comes down to your technique that you have. It's 5-2 with 1 minute left in the match.
And in the room, you're probably going against like the 138-pounder coming up is Cheney Kinner. He's coming up next. Right below him, we just saw Dakota Morris. So they're wrestling against each other every day in the room as well.
Best competition you ever find is in a wrestling room. Makes you better as an athlete, that's for sure. And you can see McFadden going down on that knee. That shortens his exposure to the takedown situation. He's got to get it. There it was.
30 seconds.
Now, was that a move there that Pensville was trying to do that almost got himself caught?
It was. And Finnegan McFadden just sprawled on it, caught him underneath of him.
It's 5-2 here with 22 seconds to go. If you're Pensville, you just got to take a shot.
What McFadden needs to do is rotate his head and get it on the same side of his underhook. If he leaves his head on the other side, that opens you up for a fireman's carry. But he's in tight with it.
So 3 seconds to go. It looks like McFadden is going to be your District 32 132-pound champion. I forgot to mention, McFadden, he was only third in the region last year as a freshman at 126 pounds. Just had to forget about that.
Well, he's going back again.
All right, this time we're going to be heading over to the podium as they're getting ready to give the 126-pound place winners. Third place from Absegami, Corbin Saul. Your second place is from Pensville, Justin Jaeger. And your 126-pound winner in District 32 from Kingsway, the freshman, Dakota Morris.
From Kingsway, Dakota Morris.
I think this is going to be a fantastic match right here. Fantastic match.
So our 138 matchup, 1 versus 2. We got Cheney Kinner, the junior from Kingsway, who comes in at 25-11 against the number 2 seed, Ryan Figueroa from Hamilton. The junior is 33-2.
Of course, Kinner comes from a long breed of wrestlers. Both his older brothers are outstanding individuals, quality wrestlers.
2 losses by Figueroa this year. One was to Dakota Morris earlier in the year. So whether Dakota moved up and maybe Figueroa moved down, and the other loss was to Clark from Collingswood. Now, we were talking about this earlier. Last year, Figueroa was 3rd in Region 8 at 132. Kinner was 2nd in Region 8 at 120. Why at 25-11 would he be seated first over 33-2?
Where they placed last year in districts also comes into it.
Okay.
There's factors that go into common opponents, quality wins, where they placed last year, how far did they go up in the state tournament. What you saw right there was a deep single cross grain. He dipped his knee, touched the mat, and drove right in through it.
The Kinner gets out, so now 2-1 with 50 seconds to go.
Kinner took a shot just a little bit too far out. Got to be within touching of the chest. We were always taught if you can touch his chest, and penetrate upon your shot, go all the way through and penetrate, you can do it. But he was not able to come in contact with his chest, therefore he was too far out when he attempted that single leg. You see the motion on their feet? They're not in contact with each other. They're setting up their move.
Another nice thing you see in these finals so far, there's been a lot of wrestling inside the circle. They keep circling, they're going at each other.
That's correct. Makes it easy to officiate matches when you have that kind of wrestling going on. Now you see the man defers, but there's a score already. He scored the first points, so he has a choice when it goes down the road if he has to. So he can defer and take his pick in the third period wherever he feels he's strongest.
You saw a quick shot of the 2 Hamilton coaches.
That's father and son sitting over there, the Hamilton coaches. Paul Morrell and David Morrell.
Paul's been involved a long time in wrestling, over at Overbrook for years, and now he's down at Hamilton.
I sit on the South Jersey Wrestling Hall of Fame Executive Committee with both of them. We meet all the time, and we just like each other so much. They're good people. There's that cross-grain single once again. Deep cross-grain single. There it was.
And again, we talk about the speed. He went in deep and quick to circle around him.
Exactly.
So it's 4-2 right now. Figueroa's up.
Almost gave that up to him. He must feel very confident on his feet right now at this point. He has the 2 takedowns. I think what he's forcing Kinner to do is wrestle his style of match instead of Kinner's style of the match. Kinner looked like he wants to be in a tie-up situation and grind it, where Figueroa's out in the open just taking shots. There's another one, another deep one. Kinner's trying to counter it with an underhook. Figueroa didn't let him lift that leg. He's trying to elevate him over with the leg.
So really, in this move here, who do you feel has better control right now?
There is no control. It's still in neutral position, but the person in the better position is Figueroa because he has the one leg trapped with his bottom arm. There it is. He's around the waist. He's got to get between the legs to take control. There it is. As soon as he went in, you got the 2 points.
Well, the crowd was yelling 2.
No.
But he had to wait till he popped it out, and then they gave it to him. He's up 6-3.
Once he stepped between both legs, that gave him total control. We have a blood time on bottom man. I told you I expected fireworks in this match.
Yeah.
This is very good. It's exciting for high school wrestling to see 2 quality athletes go at it like this.
Yeah, I was just going to mention, too, the crowd was chanting for 2. That's the one thing about this sport, and you know. The fans know the sport, or at least they think they know the sport all the time. But, I mean, they know the sport. You've got some people here in the crowd. They don't even have anybody remotely involved in it, but they still come out for wrestling.
Right. I think you said a key phrase there, and I have nothing against the fans yelling. They think they know the sport. A lot of them do, Joe. Absolutely they do, because they're students of the sport. But every year the rule book changes. Every year one small little fine thing changes how points are awarded. Last year you had a certain call at the out-of-bounds line. Totally changed it this year. And they'll still yell and scream, 2, that's 2, back points, back points. No, it changed from one year to the next year. The fall call, back when we were wrestling, you couldn't get pinned if you were outside that circle. Now, if your shoulders are flat, you're out of bounds, and the offensive wrestler's inbounds, you're pinned. There is no more out of bounds for that fall position.
There we see a quick shot of one of the Kingsway coaches, the head coach, one of the assistants, who I think is going to make a run at the district coach of the year, to be honest with you.
Well, with his team taking the state title and what they did this year, I think you're right. All right, Figueroa's choice, and look what he's taking a neutral position. He's got 3 takedowns. Why not?
So it's 6-3 as we head into this third period. Figueroa, the number 2 seed, up on the number 1 seed. So a possible first upset in the making here in our finals.
And we have no stall calls at this point, so Figueroa is doing what I call tournament wrestling. He's up by 3 points. He knows he's got a stall call in his pocket. He hasn't opened up. He's frustrating Kinner is what he's doing. If you notice Figueroa's arm, once he ties up with the head, his forearm blocks right there against the shoulder. It's a great technique. I learned that in college, and you can't penetrate. You just can't get through that elbow there when you're coming in. He just lowers it, and it goes into the center of the chest. So look, we've burned almost a minute here, and not a single shot that was effective by Kinner. And Figueroa hasn't even attempted a shot.
And Figueroa has not left the center of that. So he's been in the center circle the entire minute. He has not left. He just keeps circling and circling.
First attempt, countered very well. Shrug by right there. He's got to get the leg in there, and maybe he can do a Turk on it.
All right, so when you're Kenner, you've got 45 seconds to go. When do you got to make your move?
Now.
You're down by 3.
Now, because you need 3 points. You're either going to have to take him down and turn him, or you're going to have to take him down, let him up, and take him down again just to tie it.
30 seconds in the bell.
We're inside 30 seconds now. It's still 6-3 Figueroa.
You see that head tie. Watch it, Joe, every time. There it is. See that elbow? Got a stall call against Figueroa. He's being defensive. What I told you earlier, He had that call in his pocket. He knew it. He can even take another call and end the match 6-4 if he has to.
So here we go, end of the third period. Figueroa with the win.
Second seed takes down the first seed.
138 pounds from Hamilton, Ryan.
Figueroa put a game plan together there, Joe. He and his coaches, I'm sure they worked, watched video, watched tape. But I'm sure that Kenner will go back and watch that match over and over and over and replay it. And they will see each other down at the regions. They will.
This time we'd like to recognize the 130.
All right, over to the podium for 132 now for our
In third place,
award ceremony, and then we're going to take another quick break.
Visalli.
Cody Scully from Clearview, your third place finisher. Michael Smith from Pennsville, your second place, and your 132-pound champ in District 32, the sophomore from Kingsway, Finnegan McFadden. Dean and I will take a quick break. Be back with the 145-pound matchup right after this.
Now wrestling at 145.
We are back here at District 32 Wrestling at Kingsway. 145, we have John Love from Clearview, the senior, number 1 seed, 29-1, going against Alex Giordano, 19-4, the sophomore from St. Joe's Hamilton. These two guys met each other back in the Gator tournament early in the year, the first weekend of the year, and Giordano won 9-4. That's John Love's only loss all year long.
Interesting. Very interesting.
John, one of 8 seniors this year on Clearview's roster.
8 seniors. Amazing.
So all the JV kids know they're going to be asked to carry the water next year. They're going to get thrown to the fire. But the good thing is when they're juniors and seniors, Clearview will be right back into it again.
You just got to put in the time, pay the price. What those underclassmen have to do, wrestle off season, train off season, lift off season, straight in double leg, picks him up, sets him down, there's 2. He's getting back points. Now people might say, why, how? His shoulders are so high. It's scapula and exposure to the mat of what you're talking about. You got to remember your pinning surface are from the top of the shoulder scapula to the bottom of the scapula. He's up 5-0 off of a straight double leg shot. Brought him right in, dumped him right back, held him in position.
Yeah, John has had an outstanding year wrestling for Clearview this year. He beat Zambogna from Kingsway 7-3 to get to this match. Giordano beat Andrew Mays from Hamilton 7-3 as well.
John rode him as long as he could. Love rode him until he had to cut him. Didn't want to expose himself to anything greater than 1 point. He feels confident now on his feet after that day. There's another shot. You can see this wrestler from St. Joe's with his head posted on the inside, blocking him from coming around and underneath of him.
This is St. Joe's Hamilton, only wrestler in the finals.
They got a quality head coach over there in Joe Melchiori. Maybe one of the most outstanding wrestlers ever to come out of South Jersey, even the state of New Jersey, as far as that's concerned.
After 1 period, Love leads 5-1.
So it's 5-1 as we head into the second period. Now you see the shot of the coaches from St. Joe's.
St. Joe's won the toss and he deferred. Love took the bottom.
138 pounds.
Quick switch attempt. Hamilton controls with a tight waist, trying to snap him back and missed it. He's got the underhook on that side, hips tight.
Now your man on bottom here, what are you trying to do, Dean?
Hand control. Always hand control. You can go nowhere without hand control. You can see how Love is turning his palms out, thumbs up, palms out, then thumbs up. That's to stop the man from going one-on-one underneath of you. He came up, he had the hand control on the right side, peeled it off and turned.
So Love with the escape. Now he's up 6-1 with 1:20 to go. Now there's a stall call on red. Why would stall on red on that?
Because he's not becoming an offensive attack on the neutral position. He's backing. Love is selling it very well. Near the out-of-bounds line, takes that deep shot, takes a shot, goes out of bounds, forces the man to go back. He stayed in the center circle, and Love was able to take him down. Got an injury timeout.
Love with the takedown, up 8-1. And looks like Giordano's grabbing that shoulder.
Looks like it's his right shoulder. For this match to be 8-1, it's interesting, to be honest with you, since they read earlier in the season.
Yeah, Giordano beat him 9-4. But like I said, that was the first weekend out in that Gateway tournament, the Gator tournament.
Was it at this weight class as well, Joe?
Yeah, the rest of the 145. Yeah, John Love's wrestled that weight all year long.
Comes down to the quality of workout that you put in too also. It's no hidden fact that Malcuri's got a big job of having rebuilding the St. Joe the Hamilton program, and maybe he just doesn't have the quality opponents in the room at this time. But you give Joe a chance over there, and he'll get the wrestlers out, that's for sure.
Saw a quick shot there, Steve Duncan, head coach of Clearview in the black, with again one of his assistants, Coach Haslett.
I'm impressed with the way Love rides. When he wants to ride, he's so tight.
1 minute remaining.
Tight waist, on top of the head, cross face. Sucks him right back in with that tight waist.
Now, you already know that your opponent has a little bit of his shoulder maybe dinged up. Would you go after that as a wrestler right now? Or you just wrestle?
Just wrestle. Just wrestle. He got a little bit high there. Love got a little high. He popped his hips and was able to square up facing. So he's not giving up, that's for sure. Love can force another shot like that. He might get a stall call out of it.
Inside 30 seconds to go here. Love is up.
Keep shooting on it. Don't look at the clock. Tells the ref that you're wasting time. When I used to officiate out there on the mat, anybody looking at the clock, I'd tell them you're wasting time. There he goes again. Just keep wrestling.
At the end of 2 periods, Love leads 8-2.
So it's 8-2 now as we head into the third period.
Hamilton wrestler took top. Coach is asking him to go to an optional start is what it's called. It's where the palms are put together on the back and the center of the wrestler. Obviously the St. Joe wrestler decided not to do it.
And why would you do that?
He's going to go with a cement mixer because you have certain moves that you can do from the standing position that's fast and more agile than being down on the wrestler and trying to reposition yourself. It's an unusual setup, and most of the time you're given a point when that happens.
Right, because the man on the bottom, he feels that if he can get out quick on the whistle.
And you also have the rule now where you can opt to automatically give him the 1 point and start from the neutral position anyway. But he looked like he came to the front and was going to try what they call a cement mixer.
So it's 9-2 right now. John Love up, trying to be Clearview's third district champion tonight. We've already got 2 in Wayland and G. Morello.
Love's in control at 9-2 with 1 minute and 6 seconds left here in the third period. He's got to stay aggressive. He cannot relax. You relax, that's when something happens bad.
1 minute to wrestle the bout.
Like you said earlier, Joe, I'm impressed with the wrestling in the center of the mat. Very little out of bounds called so far out of all the matches so far. They stay in the center, they keep the clock moving. It's good to officiate matches like that.
And the other good thing is, too, how many times do you see when you get to a district final, a region final, the guys know, okay, we're in to the next round, and you don't really see them go after it.
True.
Tonight, they're going after it. They want to be a champ. Go after them.
Back in the 72-73 season, 1972-73, the region was at Cherry Hill East, and you had Carmel Marina from Paulsboro wrestling Louis Rivera from Jackson. There's where you get your 2 points right there. And back to that story, they never left the center circle of the mat. They wrestled all 6 minutes on the mat, never left it. The score was like 15-12 or something of that nature. The place got so loud that the officials stopped the wrestling on the other mat, and everybody just watched that match go on.
So there's your champion at 145 as he gets the appreciation from the Clearview crowd. John Love with an 11-3 victory.
And the amazing thing about that Marina and Rivera situation, they later in college became teammates.
All right, we're going over to the podium for 132, or 138. District place winners. In Thirdville from Pennsville is Dylan Feibel. Second place from Kingsway, Cheney Kenner. And your 138-pound District 32 champion from Hamilton, Ryan Figueroa.
From Hamilton, Ryan Figueroa.
All right, now, this is a big one we've been waiting for at 152. Number 1 seed, Ryan Crane from Kingsway, the senior, comes in at 14-10. Going into number 2 seed, David McCullough from Clearview, the senior, who's 33-1. And this is a rematch from just 2 weeks ago where Crane beat McCullough 7-6 in McCullough's only loss of the year.
Wow, this could be very, very interesting here. You have another thing here, Joe. I want you to look at the uniform that Clearview is wearing on the wrestling mat. That was a rule change that came in last year to try to make it more appealing of a sport to those wrestlers that were maybe a little self-conscious about wearing the singlets. That you now can wear a team-issued or a school-issued uniform consisting of the shirt that he has on and shorts.
Yeah, if you remember earlier today, Ty Whalen, Carmen DiMorello, they went with the singlet, but Dave decides to go with the shirt and pants, which he started last year. You know, I talked to him earlier. I said, hey, you got your chance to rematch against Crane, who beat you just a couple weeks ago. What are you going to try and do? And he said, I'm going to look. He's been looking forward to this for 2 weeks. No one is going to be there, but he wanted to stay aggressive. He said he wasn't aggressive the last time.
There you had a call where the legs drug across, the toes drug out of bounds before the man hit the mat to secure control. Consequently, there is no takedown. You must secure control inside the circle to get the 2 points.
Well, I can tell you, Dean, just watching this match compared to 2 weeks ago when they went out against the other, David McCullough is being the aggressor today.
It's excellent. There it is. That's his third nice cross-grain single. Not secured on both legs. Now, Kingsway man countered with an ankle pick on the far side.
Now, they stopped it there.
Potentially dangerous. The number 1 rule for an official is safety to the athlete, no matter what the situation is. Safety is the most important thing to the athlete.
McCullough's a district champ last year, and he's also second in the region, but he comes in here as the number 2 seed, and I guess because of that loss earlier.
Head-to-head.
Yep.
It was a beautiful counter by the wrestler from Kingsway. He saw that ankle sitting out there, and he did a far ankle pick on it.
Crane, one of the 2 seniors on this Kingsway team. The other one you're going to see in a little bit, the 195-pound wrestler, Elias Ameja.
All right, here's the flip of the coin. It goes to the red squad. Let's see what he does. He makes a choice to take bottom, does not defer, just like I told you earlier. His coaches told him down, he listened to him, and he's there.
Now you see, Crane has his head really wrapped up in his quarterfinal matchup against Calvin Saez from Cumberland. He had blood time. He almost ran out of blood time. They just couldn't stop the bleeding. He had a cut up right around his eye. Besides bloody nose, he looked like he got done beating up Rocky when he got done that match for a win.
Wrestler from Clearview continues to try to do that tilt. Crane just had a great position with 4-point stance there and would not fall, would not collapse. Consequently, he escapes, scores the first point of the match. If it goes overtime, that's a big point.
Now, McCullough's been using a lot of energy here, Dean, and hasn't been able to score any points. Will that eventually take its toll?
Conditioning. It's
Okay.
conditioning. You're only out there to wrestle 6 minutes. 2-point takedown. There he is between the legs. And Crane shouldn't just sit there because it's more time wasted
Right.
off the clock. But as you said, McCullough has been very active. Deep single cross grain, deep singles, and consequently there he is on about his 5th attempt. He gets it.
Now, Crane wasn't able to escape this a little while ago, so 2-1 here with 1:09 to go.
Well, I think he'll come out here too. There it is. He uses a 4-point stance to counter the tilt move that they're trying to do from Clearview. The only thing he's got to be careful of with Clearview is if he dives into a cross-face far side cradle or it snaps into a near side cradle. When you're using a 4-point stance, your head is closer to your knee, and that exposes you to a standing type cradle situation. There's the first deep, hard shot from Crane today.
Now, what will McCullough have to do here to try and get 2 from this position? Is there a chance?
He can go to a front head draw is what he can do. There's a stalemate by the official. Neither wrestler can improve their position. So it's considered a stalemate. What you asked me, though, McCullough could have gone to a front head draw and snapped it to the mat, exposing the spin on him. Down to 20 seconds here.
15.
McCullough's got what's called a Russian tie. He was reaching over the head to try to do a throw by on it.
Well, I told you, Dean, going into the finals, that this was one of the matches I was looking forward to, and it hasn't disappointed.
You
It's
sure
2-2.
did. You sure did say it, Joe. We're going to enter the 3rd period, tied up 2-2.
And right away, Dave McCullough says, I want down.
Absolutely. It's a scoring position. That's the place you score your points from when you're on the defensive side. You got to score points. Right up and out, 3 seconds.
United States, McCullough.
Still looking for that deep single. If Crane can just time it perfectly, he can drop him from that position because McCullough's shooting from pretty far out.
But every time Crane goes to take that shot, David sprawls out and makes sure he can't get a good grip on him.
Yep. There he is. He's trying to spin a little bit. I think he should go to a front head draw. That's what locked the entire thing up in the front. Draw it to the mat and then spin. Draw it to the mat and spin.
That's the 3rd stalemate so far in this match. Who does that help, really?
Probably in that case it's Kane because he's under the other man and he's more difficult to score from there, and he needs to be on his feet to score 2 points. So you bring him back up and start him over. You want to see the action keep moving.
So coming up to 1 minute to go here in the 3rd period. McCullough up 3-2.
Even though McCullough scored so many points on his takedown so far and hit some, he's now blocking and running, and that's just a form of stalling. He's got to work it.
Now the referee got down on his knees, I guess, there to see, looking for a stalemate, right? What was he looking for there?
Several years back, we learned as officials that schools and the wrestlers were learning from different camps and techniques how to actually choke opponents out from that position. So we were taught to get down, look underneath, look at the cross throat, look at the blocking going on, look at the attacking motion.
How about that? 36 seconds to go. McCullough's still up 3-2.
And there you go, Joe. You're in the same exact position you were before. Now, McCullough, to make it look good, just keep moving and circling. There you go. He's out of bounds.
And he took a quick peek up to the clock right behind us. 26.1 seconds to go.
McCullough's got to stay on top of his game. He can't retreat. Although he does have that stall warning. Well, there he goes. Stall call by Mike Williams on the mat right there. He doesn't have anything left. Now, one more call. It's tied.
I'll tell you what, Crane knows it, and he is going the offensive right now.
Correct.
13 seconds to go, 3-2.
McCullough needs to take a shot. Crane's got to throw him. Crane's got to toss him.
3
McCullough's
seconds,
got both
2,
arms.
1. And that's the end of the period. Your 152-pound champion, David McCullough from Clearview.
With that win, David McCullough celebrates his 100
and that's McCullough's 100th win.
Now what a way to
for his
get
career.
it. District champion, 100th career victory.
There you see the banner.
Congratulations
Unfurled
to you, sir.
by his parents.
A lot of confidence there after getting beat by the man earlier in the season. Come back, second seed.
The winning ticket at the $1,000 raffle.
Congratulations, Mr. McCullough.
1773.
And the McCullough family.
Yeah.
Mike Wilson.
Last year he missed about a month with a knee injury, but he came back and wrestled in districts and regions. All right, we're going to head over to the podium real quick before we start our next match. We are going to have our place winners for 145. Third place, Andrew Mays from Hamilton.
Andrew Mays.
Second place is Alex Giordano from St. Joe's, Hamilton.
In second place.
And your first place district 145-pound champion in District 32 from Clearview, John Love.
From Clearview, John Love.
All right, back over to the mat, 160-pound final. We have Dylan Kitus from Clearview, the #1 seed at 20-8, going against Raymond Weed, a freshman from Absegami, who's 30-3, the #3 seed.
Weed, that's a name that's been down around Absegami for a while, has it not, Joe?
Yes, it has. So he came up, he had a big win against the #2 seed, 1-0 against Oliver from Overbrook. Or sorry, he beat Pandorf from Kingsway. Big upset there.
So far, the Clearview wrestlers tried an arm drag and missed it, tried a duck under and missed it.
Now, Kitus wrestled 170 for the majority of the year, and then the last couple weeks when Clearview started mixing up their lineup, he dropped down to 160, McCullough back down to 152.
Interesting, probably getting ready for tournament action. Somebody's going to face a very upset, determined Crane from Kingsway down at Regions.
Yeah.
After finishing second here, he's going to end up facing some second and third place winners, but also going to end up facing a district champion that he didn't have to see right off the bat in the first or second rounds. Attempted throw. There it is. Feet are in.
Well, the ref put up 2 for green, but I think it's back with 2 goes
Should
for
be
red.
2 for red. That's correct.
But his injury time, actually, I think.
Hitting with a headlock. Looks like the Clearview wrestler's in some distress right now.
He's pointing to his head. It looked like he maybe came down on his head. You know, one of the losses this year for Ray Weed was to David McCullough. So Weed's only got 3 losses. He lost to St. Augustine Prep wrestler David McCullough from Clearview and O'Neill from DePaul Catholic.
Okay.
As a freshman, that's not too bad.
No, that's really well. That's good. What I saw with Weed there was he allowed McCullough to lift his hips and expose his hips up, and that's when he could drop down and get the elevation that he needed underneath of his own hips to toss him.
Yeah, because Kitus has the height advantage in this.
Correct. Now here on this injury time, you get 1 minute and 30 seconds cumulative throughout the entire match on injury time, but you also get 2 minutes recovery time if it's done an injury due to an illegal move, unsportsmanlike conduct, unnecessary roughness. Then you can also get 5 minutes of blood time accumulated throughout the entire match. So there's 3 different categories there. You've got injury time, you've got recovery time, and you have blood time.
Now, right now, they're going through the concussion protocol. Does that keep the time running while they're doing that, or is that recovery time?
No, it is absolutely injury time. It's going through it. He went through the concussion protocol. Interesting enough, every official in the state of New Jersey that wants to be a certified active official must pass a concussion protocol test also. Not only just the National Federation of Sports 100-question test, they have to pass the concussion test also. Weed looks like he's a tough rider. Just sags his hips where he has to. He's letting the clock burn by staying in. You know, small things like that. You get 7 seconds on top and you can a little bit take a break and know what you're doing. If something happens, you shove them out of bounds. You're in good shape. Little things like that add up throughout the match.
Now, they still have changed the score, and I'm surprised no one has said anything. Right now they have Green up 2-0.
The official did show the board 2 points during that injury time. He walked over and put his green armband up for 2. They know what the score is. They know that Weed's up, being the red wrestler.
At the end of one period, Ray Weed leads 2-0.
So it's 2-0 right now.
It was Clearview's choice. He wanted to toss. He deferred. Weed selected bottom. There it is. The scoreboard has been changed, Joe. They must have heard you talk about it.
I feel better
there.
now. It's got to be,
There's the hand control. You see Weed with hand control is out. As soon as you control that hand and the offensive wrestler can't lock it, you can't counter it. I see confidence in Weed. That's what I'm seeing. Confidence is building.
So it's 3-0 right now. Another 2 takedown. Now it's 5-0. I'm going through some of the standings. Weed is ranked number 5 right now in South Jersey as a freshman from Absegami.
That's excellent. That's excellent. And it's not a lightweight class, so he's wrestling with larger people, that's for sure, more mature. But you saw him snap the head and spin. Just speed is what he did right there. Sinks in a deep, tight waist. I think right now Weed is just frustrating the Clearview wrestler. See what I was telling you, Joe, how he's staying in bounds? He's really not doing anything, but look at the way he puts his feet in the mat. See, there it is.
Okay.
He just, few seconds, that's all it is. But it makes a big difference in the totality of the match.
But like you say, when you saw the shot right there, he's got to be at least 6 inches shorter.
Minimum 6 inches. I agree with you.
But like you said, he's frustrating them right now.
Weed is very strong. You can see it. Just the definition, the way he's manhandling him, pulling him back into the mat, riding the claw a little bit there. Spiral ride, spun him right down into the mat, cranked his hips down. Now he's back on top. I don't want to belabor it, but look where they are on the mat, though. If Weed gets in trouble, what's he do?
Yep.
Scoot him right out of bounds. Right there, I'm watching the clock. He's already been there 8 seconds, 9 seconds, 10. And it just continues to build. $5-0 Absegami over Clearview with 31 seconds left in the second period. The lack of hand control right there by the Clearview wrestler. You could see it, Joe, when he went to stand up. We just kept his tight waist and just broke him right back down again. Or if he just held one hand. Weed now has what's called a Turk ride in. He steps in between both legs with one of his legs and elevates the heel up, and he's trying to turn him for back points. Too late, out of bounds.
And he was that time he got too close to the line because as soon as that knee came down, they were going to stop it. 9 seconds to go here in the second period.
Look for any hand control from the Clearview wrestler. See if he gets it at all. Weed just changed sides, went opposite ankle, picked it up, broke his hip down, drove him into mat.
So we're going to go into the third period now. Weed is up 5-0. Weed is one of 3 Absegami wrestlers in the finals here. Pennsville also has 3. Hamilton had 3. Ocean City had 3.
Clearview needs points here, and the coaches told him to take the bottom. We just rode him for the entire second period, working hard on him, took him down, whatever he had to do. If I was coaching Clearview, I might have thought about taking top. He's much longer. Cradle is a great friend of a person on top when you need the points. Weed's trying that tilt. He's got very confident in it. You see, he exposes his own back, but has it so tight, McCullough can't do anything with it.
Now this is the second of 3 matchups between Clearview and Absegami in the finals. At 106, we had Whalen 115-0. We have this matchup, and our 170 matchup coming up is going to have Brandon Dick against Quinn McLaughlin, another Clearview Absegami matchup. And next year, this district will be heading down to Absegami.
Interesting. Very interesting how the state does that.
With the 152-pound place winners, please report to the podium area. 152.
Weed is riding that one-on-one, rolling his knuckles into the mat, picking an ankle, changing side to side. Burning the clock is what I call it, burning the clock. Sucking him back in just to stay inside bound. He's got the one-on-one. He's got a ball and chain working off of that. McCullough did clear his hands.
But like you say, Dean, Weed just is so strong that Cuddy just can't get anything going.
Caution on the green, false start. Absegami's coach was a heck of a wrestler. Sean Scannell, man, tough, just tough as nails. Weed's just staying low on him. He's just on him. That's all the bottom line is. He's staying hip to hip with him. He's out to the side with him a little bit, so he's not going to get called for stalling. He's working that one-on-one. He's up the crotch with the left hand. Sucks him back in. He's looking for that tilt.
And like I say, Weed had a fight to get here. He won his first match in the quarterfinals against Celeb Garner from Ocean City, pinned him 258, but then had to go to the very end to win 1-0 to get to the finals.
Wow. Here he is up 5-0 in the finals.
As a freshman.
Bright future for this man, as long as he stays active in the sport.
15.
If he plays football and fantastic, baseball, whatever other thing he wants to do, but it looks like he's just built to be a wrestler, in my opinion. He's built to be a wrestler. You see the thickness to his thighs and his legs and his calves, upper body with the arms.
So under 10 seconds to go here in the match. Weed's going to be your first district winner tonight from Absegami. 160-pound winner, Raymond Weed.
As I said earlier, Joe, Clearview had the option of taking top. They put him down. He rode him again. 2 complete minutes to the end of the match.
We're going to head over to the podium real quick before we take a quick commercial break for the 152-pound ceremony.
I'd like to recognize the 152-pound
In third place,
winners.
Nick Carrera from Absegami.
In third place, from Absegami, Nick Carrera.
In second place from Kingsway, Ryan Crane.
In second place,
And your
from
District
Kingsway, Ryan
32
Crane.
champ at 152, who also collected his 100th win a few minutes ago from Clearview,
At
David
152
McCullough.
From Clearview, David McCullough.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. Dean and I will be back for our match at 170 right after this. All right, we are back here. Dean Sizemore along with Joe Visalli at Kingsway High School for District 32 Wrestling. We are finals at 170. Number 1 seed Brandon Dick from Clearview at 21-5, going against Quinn McLaughlin from Absegami at 21-8. Dick is a senior and McLaughlin is a junior.
Clearview wrestled up with a cross grain, but countered with an overhook. Pulled his hands back up to the neutral position.
These guys just went head-to-head just a couple weeks ago on the 26th of January, and Brandon Dick won that one 8-2.
And here you have yet a different style of uniform, Joe, out there. It is a 2-piece uniform, but it's a compaction type of shorts with the same type style shirt that the previous wrestler wore. But you don't see the baggy shorts. It's tight. Dick from Clearview looks like he's very confident on his feet. Falls in and out of moves very easily. What he's got to do is post that head. Now he's going to give up the 2. It's coming. There it is, 2 points. Keep wrestling, don't stop. There it is. Wrestle until you hear the ref blow the whistle.
Right, you saw that. He looked up, he got the 2. He looked up at the ref.
Wrestle to the whistle. On the out-of-bounds line, so many points are scored late and given up, and you end up costing you in the long run. Wrestle till you hear the whistle. Dick's using a crossbody, trying to pull that arm back. He can get back points now. He's out of the crossbody right now. Got a bar arm in and a one-on-one on the near side. He's going to pull him.
We're inside 30 seconds to go here in the first period.
Nice move by Dick to pick up 3. Give up the 1 for the escape. Try to throw him by.
So it's 5-1 now. 10 seconds to go here in the first period.
That was impressive by Dick from Clearview to do the back hook and a one-on-one. Bring him over and elevate him. Never lost his poise. Just elevated him back up with his leg and got his 5 count for his 3 points for a near fall.
So Brandon Dick beat Abdel Aquila from Pennsville, pinned him in 1:30 to get to the finals. McLaughlin beat Falcone from Hamilton 6-5 to get to this match.
There's Dick back into that cross-body ride. He must work on it all the time. A lot of man's controlling that arm. That's what he's got to do. He can't give up his own arm. Dick's got to keep his head, heel, and hips higher than the defensive man. Yeah. Took him with the cross-body ride and the forearm.
Wow, he pinned him.
And your champion at 170 pounds.
Pin in 2 minutes and 37 seconds.
But you say, just that quick. He got him with the crossbar. Next thing you know, he's on his back and pinned. Just that quick.
Correction, that was 227.
The 160-pound place winners report to the podium, please. 160 pounds.
Once he was able to get that back hook on the far side with the crossbody, put it behind his head. Very, very tough to get out of that situation.
In third place.
All right, we're at the podium now for our 160-pound presentation from Kingsway. Kevin Pandorf, the third place finisher. Second place from Clearview, Dylan Kitus. And your 160-pound district champion from Absegami, Raymond Weed. With Dick winning, that's 4 district champions right for Clearview. Well, 5 actually from Clearview. So you have 5 of their 6. Now Kingsway has 3 coming into this match, but they've got 3 in a row going. So from 182 we have from Ocean City the number 1 seed Billy Kroger at 29-4. Going against the junior from Kingsway, number 2 seed Noah Falabella, who was 12-15. Falabella from Kingsway pinned Beals from Pennsville to get here in 4:53. Kroger beat Tom Love in the semifinals 4-1.
There you almost saw the takedown with the man staying in and the defensive wrestler being totally out. But he rolled through. Came right up. No takedown. Kingsway looks like they want to work the underhook, posting on the head.
Like I say, Noah Falabella from Kingsway comes in with a 12-15 record, but still good enough to be number 2 seed in this bracket.
I know Ocean City has been down for a little while in the wrestling mat programs, but I think they got a coach that can bring that back real quick, that's for sure.
So we're still 0-0, 57 seconds to go here in this first period.
A lot of action in this match so far, but no points. As you're getting into these upper weights now, Joe, you're going to see more underhooks, going to see more head taps. You're not going to see as many drags or shucks. Strength on strength. He's got to drive through that. He's got to drive through. Oh, he drove him off the mat. Didn't turn him in. He was in a great position, had both double. Could have turned him right into the center circle and dunked him.
And we saw that earlier today. Remember, someone was by the edge.
Absolutely.
They got to work their way to the outside and pushed it back in.
Yep. He hit a nice cross grain on that, but just didn't finish it.
You mentioned about Ocean City program coming back. They've got 3 kids in the finals tonight.
There you go. Be interesting how they choose what position they're going to put him in. Red, there, Kingsway takes bottom, scoring position. 0-0 after the first period. They have Buddy Treen, the head official in this match, and Mike Williams as his assistant. Been around the sport a long time, both men.
170-pound place winners, please report to the podium area. 170 pounds.
He's got that hold that he was just in was called the Merkle. It's where the offensive wrestler puts his leg inside the defensive wrestler's leg, or the defensive wrestler steps over it, then they put a near side headlock. Here it comes again. See his leg inside, and he just stepped back out of it. And what you want to do is extend your wrestler at that point and roll through and get your back points exposed.
Minute 30 to go here in the second period. We still are scoreless at 0-0.
Kingsway's man is trying to suck that arm down and under and step over. So far, the Ocean City man's a little bit longer, and he has the leverage to stop him from coming across him. He's got to get out to the side. Can't stay hip to hip directly behind the man on the bottom. No change in position. You'll have Ocean City on top. You'll have Kingsway starting on the bottom. Have a minute and 1 second left in the second period. Kingsway's first move was nothing to grab a hand control. Hand control is so important from the bottom. Ocean City, all he did was stepped over the back leg. He's between both legs right now. He's kind of in a semi-switch position. He went out of it.
So if this stays 0-0 at the end of this period, who has the advantage?
There's the back point. A fall. Ocean City. We don't have to worry about it.
Don't worry about that, do we?
It's over.
Wow.
3 minutes and 30 seconds. Fall.
I mean, just when it looked like, okay, it's just going to ride it out, he put that move on him and pinned him.
Back hooked him, turned him right over, far side, half. That was the difference of the length. You can see the length of the wrestler and the ability with his leverage that he had.
All right, back over to the podium for our 170-pound place winners. Third place from Hamilton, Sean Falcone. In second place from Absegami, Quinn McLaughlin.
From Absegami, Quinn McLaughlin.
And your 170-pound district champ from Clearview, Brandon Dick. And we're right back to the mat. 195-pound number 1 seed, Elias Almanzar from Kingsway, the senior, 23-10, and Lewis Kondo from Hamilton, the junior, at 17-7, the number 3 seed.
And your Kingsway wrestler came out, took him right down, let him right up. He's on a mission. He thinks he can dominate on his feet.
Well, these two wrestled each other back on December 19th, the beginning of the year, and Almanzar pinned Kondo in 253.
Very interesting. We'll see how this turns out today. Kingsway's man is posting ahead. 2 straight shots. He's coming straight on. Penetration, penetration. There's 3. Very impressed with the officiating this evening. Very little stall calls. Of course, the wrestlers are the ones who are responsible for that, with all the action that they've had and everything.
Yeah, we have not had to talk about the officials one time and questioning this or that, and that's what you want.
As soon as I say it, there's a warning for stalling. What you see is a lot of times as an official, they'll count the number of attempts of shots, decent attempts of shots, not just slapping a leg or anything, but a penetrating shot. And once you hit a certain number, it's predetermined in your own head. You're going to hit them with the warning. There's another great shot. Deep cross game. Beautiful. Took him down straight to his back.
And now he's trying to roll him.
He should pull that arm out and go underneath of that forearm right there. The arm that's trapped under the body's got to go under that arm. He's got 8 seconds left. Fall call. 1 minute and 56 seconds.
Well, once he took him down, you could just see it was a matter of just Almazar just making his move to pin him.
Correct. Strength, experience, determination. But I always taught my wrestlers when I coached, and even when we wrestled, when you take a wrestler down, he's demoralized. He's not thinking right for just a split second. You throw that half in, immediately he took him to his back. Beautiful, beautiful situation for the Kingsway wrestler.
We're going to head over to the podium for our 182-pound presentation before we take another quick commercial break. In third place from Clearview is Tom Love.
In third place,
another Kingsway Hamilton matchup coming your way.
Second place from Kingsway is Noah Falabella. And your 182-pound champion in District 32 from Ocean City is Billy Kroger.
Your 182-pound champion from Ocean City, Billy Kroger.
All right, what we're going to do is take another quick commercial break. Dean and I will be back with our 220-pound matchup right after this. And we are back. 220-pound matchup. Number 1 seed Sean Horner, the sophomore from Kingsway, at 26-10, going into number 2 seed from Hamilton, the senior Daniel Corrigan, who's 33-2.
Saw the wrestler from Hamilton do a little shuck throw by, came through, surrounded the waist with his arm for control, drug his feet out, and got the 2-point takedown.
Horner, an outstanding football player here at Kingsway.
It's great to see athletes excel in more than one sport, that's for sure. Well-rounded, have a choice in the future, maybe in college or whatever, what they want to do. Play football, wrestle, any other sport, track, baseball. It structures an athlete's time also. And they have to concentrate on the books, the academics, the athletics. And when you're structured, and you keep yourself focused, there's a lot you can do in life, that's for sure. Hamilton's working that one-on-one wrist ride over on the far side. He's got a 2-on-1 actually. He's got to use it. He just can't sit in there and hold it. There it is. Horner from Kingsway broke that.
Yeah, I mentioned about Horner being a football player, a couple weeks ago in the matchup between Clearview and Kingsway, and I was amazed at the move we saw. Clearview at one point, and this is when Horner was wrestled 285. He went up to the heavyweight. Clearview kid went down on one knee. Horner just bull rushed him. Like he tackled him.
Exactly.
He went right after him, bull rushed him, put him right on his back.
Exactly correct. You had a call there where the man hit the near side cradle, but stepped out of bounds completely with both of his feet. Had to break the move. But he knows it's there. He can look for it in the future again.
Corrigan up 2-0 here. Under 30 seconds to go in this first period.
Right.
Matchup between 1 and 2.
Riding that one-on-one, real tough. Comes underneath, secures a 2-on-1. Horner's doing the right thing by breaking the hand control. Short time here with only 2 seconds left.
At the end of one period, Corrigan leads.
End of the first period, 2-0, favor Hamilton over Kingsway. It'll be Green's choice into the second period. He defers. Kingsway's choice now on the deferral. Looks at his coach, decides to go neutral.
Now, when you're looking at district champs here, Dean, Clearview right now has 5. Kingsway has 4. So if they want to tie Clearview for the
Reminder to coaches, please
number of
take
district
your
champions, Horner's got to win this one.
I don't think it'll have an outcome on the team championship because of the numbers just going into the finals, plus the number of wrestlers Kingsway put in compared to the number of wrestlers Clearview did. But a lot of third place winners can help determine that a lot of times also. But there was a vast difference in points coming in here.
Yeah, I think Kingsway had like a 50 or 60 point lead going into the finals.
That is correct. Last time I saw it scrolling on the board, it was 206 to 152.
And we got a quick second here just to mention, this district's going to be at Absegami last year. I got to give kudos to June Coffey and her staff at Kingsway. They do an outstanding job in hosting this event. They had a running total of the scores up on a far wall that was being projected on the screen. The wrestlers knew what mat they were coming up on. Just tremendous job that they do here at Kingsway.
Yeah, Joe, I want to thank you so much for inviting me to do this tournament today here at District 32 at Kingsway. As you know, on Thursday, I was sitting down in sunny South Carolina by my pool. And you let me know that you needed a little help, and I was scheduled to be home today anyway. So I changed up a few things and headed north.
Well, I appreciate you coming up because, I've been involved with wrestling for a long time, but your involvement is coaching and refereeing. That's what you need here, someone who knows what these guys are doing out here.
It's a sport that I love. I actually love the sport of wrestling and do anything I can. There you saw a nice counter. The man tried to do a high crotch. He snapped down on the head, spun behind, got control and got 2, but failed to control from the waist down. Now we go 3-2, favor Hamilton.
Now the coaches were yelling at Horner there. He let the man up, and they were saying, go after him, go after him.
Absolutely. If nothing else, it plants a seed in the official's mind that the guy's backing up. May not get the call right then, but 2 or 3 steps later, it may give him a call of stalling.
15 seconds.
This is another matchup, Dean, when you look at the
There it is.
hand.
There's your stall call. See, that seed was planted about go, 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 and that's all he had to do.
Corrigan is a lot taller than Horner, too. It's another matchup that we've talked about earlier today.
I've seen that several matches, that's for sure. I'm watching the Hamilton coaches. They don't understand where that stall call came from. But it states it clearly in the rule book. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backward, not an aggressive position, it's a stall. Horner gives away the point to go neutral. He knows he's got that stall call already.
Okay. Yeah, but how many stalls before you get a point?
2 stalls give you a point.
Okay.
Now, the other thing the official has to determine is he just pushing him off the mat?
Right.
Is he valiantly trying to do a move? It's a tough position to be in. Close to a stalemate here, I'd say. Horner still has that back ankle. He's coming through. He's got to break through. There it is. As soon as he broke those hands, he's got 2 points on him. That's called mat awareness. You know exactly where you are. You don't panic. You just get into certain situations.
Well, this is where you have a senior in Corrigan going against a sophomore in Horner. And, like you say, that experience came into play.
Absolutely. You could say it.
1 minute remaining in the bout. 1 minute.
Corrigan's 33-2 for a reason as a senior this year.
He's got back points coming on a tilt there.
So he's up 8-2 with 40 seconds to go here in this third period.
8-3 with 40 seconds.
And escape, 8-3.
Kingsway's wrestlers got to just keep coming forward. He's got to take a shot. He's got to force the issue. Make the official call. There it is.
Now, the Hamilton coaches aren't too happy.
Stalling.
30 seconds to go here.
See, 8-4, if you can take him down and put him back for 2 points, it's tied up. It all comes off of that stall. He's going to bang him again, I think, sooner or later.
15 seconds.
You heard the coaches from Hammond saying, stay in, stay in, stay in, just to let those few seconds burn off the clock.
Ten seconds to go, 8-4, Corrigan with the lead. Pretty safe to say at this point as time is ticking away, Hamilton's going to have another district champion. Daniel Corrigan, the 220-pound district champ.
From Hamilton, Daniel Corrigan.
As we're getting ready for our final bout tonight, we're going to head over to the podium for our 195-pound presentation.
At this time, I'd like to recognize the place winners of the 195.
In third place is Warren Hood from Absegami.
In third place from Absegami, Warren Hood.
Second place from Hamilton is Lewis Kondo.
Runner-up from Hamilton.
And your champion with that pin at 195 pounds from Kingsway, the senior,
and your 195-pound champion from Kingsway, Elias
Almazar. All right, Dean, our final matchup of the day and our only undefeated wrestler in this tournament today, the number 1 seed from Overbrook, Deshaun Alexander, coming in at 29-0, going against Nick Sonino from Ocean City. The junior is 29-4. Both of them pinned their opponents in the semifinals in 3 minutes to get here.
This is my world right here, Joe.
We will announce the most valuable wrestler, Coach of the Year, and Assistant Coach of the Year.
You
and
have
District Team Champions.
Wrestler from Overbrook, the wrestler from Ocean City.
And this is the only wrestler from Overbrook to make it to the finals.
Isn't that interesting? And undefeated on top of it.
Yeah. And he comes in ranked number 1 in South Jersey.
He tried to do a little snap down there, but it went to a front head draw.
The weight at heavyweight is 285. But I'll tell you what, Dean, looking at both of these guys, I don't think either one of them are close to 285.
Oh, no. No way. I think the wrestler from Ocean City might even be closer to a 220 weight class. Sprawl. Wrestler from Overbrook need to sprawl back, pick the hands, break them apart. Cross face, he's getting 2. There it is. He just couldn't carry the weight of the other wrestler.
Funny, you should mention that 220 you thought that Sonino's at. He wrestled Daniel Corrigan, the 220 district champion, and beat him earlier this year at 220.
So he's got a lot of mobility. He's got the man on a reversal now.
Alexander's up 4-3.
Four to 3.
4-2. They just changed it 4-2.
Okay, 4. I was sitting here in my mind saying, I didn't see a point awarded for an escape. I saw the reversal. So we've had a takedown, a reversal, and another reversal. Good movement out there for heavyweights, that's for sure. They're moving.
And all that was done by the edge of the mat, too.
Can't relax at the side of the mat. Points are scored all the time there.
Podium area, as well as the third place finisher at 285 pounds.
That's the end of the first period. Alexander is up 4-2.
Did you see how close he was to coming out with just 2.4 seconds left?
Yeah.
You can't relax. I don't want to be redundancy on it, but you just cannot sit there and relax for a split second. It's going to cost you a point.
Or 2. How many times have you seen takedowns with under 5 seconds to go?
I remember in a regional final one time down in Absegami when it was there, a wrestler took another wrestler down with 2.3 seconds left in the match. Took him down to win it. The heavyweight on top from Ocean City using those legs. Very, very, very difficult for a heavyweight to wrestle against legs. I know. I got beat by a kid named Steve Caldwell from Montclair every time I wrestled him. We'd see each other in the Christmas tournaments, we'd see each other at dual meet, and he beat me by throwing the legs, just exactly what you see here.
And you normally don't see that with heavyweight.
Exactly correct. That is correct. But again, the man from Ocean City, is he really a heavyweight? Yes, because he's in that weight class. But you look at his weights, he's a 220 pounder today. But he can wrestle wherever he wants to over a certain limit.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, this second period, I think he's been the aggressor.
Sure.
1 minute went by, it's still the same 4-2.
He's working the half now, so he's got the legs in there. Overbrook's man's got to come to a 4 points. There he is, 4 points, and shake. He'll slide right off. Shake him off.
Sanino is
You can see the
so
hips
high.
dropping. You see the hips dropping from Ocean City. There's the shake I was telling you about. He's moving it. As long as there's a possibility of progression being scored, you don't stop it. Here he comes. Oh, he's trying to throw him. There he goes.
Whoa!
He's got him. It's over.
Oh!
It's over.
Wow!
And I would classify that as a getting caught move, that's for sure. He got caught trying to do a roll through. Man locked him up with a headlock, and it was over.
2:31 or 3:31.
3:31.
3:31. But Sanino, and when it just looked like Alexander was going to shake it, get the escape, just that quick.
It did. He was either going to escape or reverse him, and the kid never gave up on it. Hipped into him, threw in the headlock, took him right over, hipped him over, and that's all she writes. At heavyweight, when you get that way, it's a lot of weight to come off your back. But I think you're going to hear a lot from that Overbrook heavyweight down in regions, that's for sure.
Let's go over to the podium real quick at 220. Rodriguez from Absegami, third place. Sean Horner from Kingsway, second place. And your 220 district champ is Daniel Corrigan.
From Edmonton, Daniel Corrigan.
And we're going to have our heavyweight presentation in a second. Then we will take a quick break and wrap things up with, we'll try and grab a couple interviews if we can. But what a way to get your first loss, like you say, Dean, for that wrestler from Overbrook to get pinned. But the good thing is, his year's not over.
That's correct.
He can come back next week.
Announce the team champion as well as coach of the year and assistant coach of the year.
All right, so they're taking the pictures over there at 220.
Sanino from Ocean City.
Yeah, he pinned his way through.
Through the tournament. That's what I was looking at. Do you consider a heavyweight ever for outstanding wrestler? 3 pins, knocks off the #1 undefeated top seed individual. It's got to be looked at. You were here the whole tournament, Joe.
Let me tell you what, that's...
I came in for the consolation
right.
in the finals, but that's something to do.
Yeah, I mean, he pinned his first opponent in 55 seconds, then pinned Rain from Pennsville in 3:56, and then pinned an undefeated kid who was the #1 kid in South Jersey.
Correct. That's something you have to think about.
Just hope the coaches held their ballots long enough.
That's
right?
true, too.
Right?
That's a big thing. So.
All right, David Rain from Pennsville, your 285-pound third-place winner. Being recognized right now.
Your runner-up from
Deshaun
Overbrook.
Alexander, your runner-up from Overbrook, is #2. And your district 32 champion at 285 pounds from Ocean City is Nick Sanino.
Nick Sanino.
All right, we will take a quick break here. Dean and I will be back with a couple interviews and wrapping things up from Kingsway High School in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. And Joe Visalli along with Dean Sizemore. With us right now, the outstanding wrestler from District 32, Raymond Weed. Ray, as a freshman, you got a long way ahead But let me tell you what, this was a great tournament. Coach Sizemore said it as we were watching you wrestle. Coach?
Absolutely. I'd say that wrestler out there is built to be a wrestler. I don't know if you play any other sports, Mr. Weed, but you look as though you're an outstanding person for wrestling. Can you tell us how you felt about approaching this as a freshman in your first final?
Approach it the same way I approach every match. Just go out there, lace my shoes up, and give it a go. Everybody, same way.
Joe?
Let me ask you something. You're going against a kid from Clearview who we mentioned. He looked to be about at least 3-4 inches taller than you. What's your approach when you're going against a taller wrestler?
I approach everybody the same way. Short, tall, strong. Just wrestle your style every match and come out victorious. So.
All right, now, districts are done. Now we have regions. Where do you see yourself going from here?
Same way, just trying to win every match and see where it takes me.
Coach?
Best thing about that, winning the district, you get to buy the first round, so you don't have to worry about that weight that first night and everything. I know you'll probably go home tonight and enjoy yourself, which you rightly should do. I want to wish you the best of luck in the future. You're an outstanding individual. Congratulations on your first of many more district championships, I hope.
Thank you.
Congratulations. All right. And the Coach of the Year from Kingsway, Mike Bricken. Congratulations on the outstanding tournament. But let me tell you what, and I talked to Coach Sizemore, the year you put your kids through this year was just tremendous. And you had them ready for the state championship and for these championships.
Yeah, I mean, I would say they were ready, right? I mean, it's certainly a collective effort. I mean, the kids worked. You know, they worked, and there were certainly some challenges along the way. One of the benefits that I would say from that is, though, you know, you learn to stop being afraid of losing and just focus on getting better, you know, and competing in those types of, you know, in the challenging schedule we had and the difficult events that we did. You see good competition. You lose matches due to technical mistakes, and then you have the opportunity to come back and work on them. You know, so I think overall it ends up being a positive, but certainly there are mental challenges along the way. But man, the kids they've done a great job, particularly through the team portion. You know, they wrestled their tails off last weekend. Today, there's some outcomes we're a little bit disappointed with. You know what I mean? We're ecstatic to win a district championship. I mean, it's the first time we've done it in 12 years, I think. But there's a handful of results out there that we're not happy with. You know, we felt like we left some on the table.
Coach Mike, that's what I enjoy seeing about you also. You're not satisfied. Your wrestlers aren't satisfied. You're going to go back into the room and you're going to work on things for next week and get better each and every time. What I'm impressed with also is you've got a program that's built and you have a lot of youth in your program.
Yeah.
We were commenting, I think we had two seniors in the lineup.
Correct.
In here today, and that means you have a great future coming back. What do you do to motivate your wrestlers to continue to improve, as well as the new female aspect that's coming into the sport also?
Yeah, I mean, they know, like I told them last week, like, hey, we won a state title, and that's awesome, but we're still not there yet. You know, like it's good to be able to have success and still have things that you need to improve on. But I've said from the time I got interviewed here, like the goal is to have the #1 public school program in the state of New Jersey. I believe we can do that. We're not quite there yet. But you talked about the youth. I will tell you, between the coaches and the administrators who run Kingsway Junior Wrestling and the phenomenal job that they have done, you know, through our high school staff, through the parents in the booster club. I mean, it's a collective effort. I mean, I'm very happy with where we are from an organization perspective. I'm very happy with our high school coaching staff right now and all the different roles we have filled. I'm happy with the strength training program that we finally have in place. Like, all these things are coming together, and now it's a matter of, you know, keeping the kids working, you know, getting them to take advantage of all the opportunities we put in front of them, and to be honest with you, keeping all our kids home too. You know, that's been a challenge for us.
And what do you see the future of female wrestling here at Kingsway?
I will tell you, Coach Syed, you know, it's tough. Like, we were hoping that we would be able to kind of run the programs together, but on the positive side, you get 40-some girls who come out for the team. You know, it created some logistical challenges for us. One of those things, like, Coach Syed basically took over and has been the head coach of the girls program. You know, so disappointed to lose him from our program, but he is doing a phenomenal job there. finish the season with 30 plus girls still on the roster. They're excited to go into the regional tournament tomorrow and see how many girls we can get through the states. And they're all first year girls. So I mean, it is very exciting, collectively from a program in this community, the amount of interest, the amount of commitment, the amount of support from, again, parents, other members in the community, people that help coach at different levels, people that, allow us to come and train at their gyms, like different things like that. I mean, it's a good situation to be a part of, for sure.
Well, I want to thank you for mentioning your staff, the dedication of them, your administration, the student athlete, the student first.
It doesn't happen without.
As well as your community involvement.
Yeah.
I know you have a great feeder program here. You've got great people in this community, and I want to congratulate you again on your Coach of the Year for District 32.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Congratulations, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thanks for coming.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, Dean, I mean, we saw some great wrestling here today, and I'll tell you what, going into regions next week, the wrestlers at Clearview send it down, the wrestlers at Kingsway send it down. Out of this district, Paulsborough's got guys going up to Region 7. Let me tell you what, I think South Jersey's going to be well represented in the state.
I think South Jersey is going to be heard from at the state tournament, not disregarding what's going to happen at regions, but there's a long way to go. And God rest his soul, John Vogedin used to have a saying, there ain't no guppies that swim this far upstream. So they're all full of sharks out there now. And as you saw at heavyweight, at any given time, things can happen.
That's right. All right, so for Dean Sizemore, I'm Joe Visalli. We hope you've enjoyed wrestling here at District 32 at Kingsway High School. Have a good night.